daffodils and tulips. They were among the first really popular ornamental plants that were cultivated. There's sort of a direct proportion between how much human beings like a particular plant and how many varieties of it exist. Plants that we don't like dandelions, there's only one kind of dandelion. Plants that we love, there could be hundreds or even thousands of varieties. I saw my first dandelion 6 days ago. When the dandelions bloom is actually the first reliable pollen source for a lot of honeybees and other pollinating insects. In your neighborhood, if there's a decent sized tree with the clusters of white flowers all over it right now, it's probably a Bradford pear. The other way that you can identify a Bradford pear is the smell of the blossoms. It has an undertone of some sort of like floral perfume, but the overtones are all very strong, very powerful, and for the most part really unpleasant. This is not a desirable plant whatsoever. It's everywhere. Sometimes when people come to Philadelphia from other places, they say, "Oh, this is so cute. Cannot you give me some for my yard?" But you don't want this. It will crowd out any other early spring blooming plants. This tree is blooming everywhere right now, and it has this particular chartreuse color, and you can see it from a long way off. This is the tree that lands on people's cars, it squishes people's garages, it gets really big and then it starts falling apart. You can tell it's in the mint family because it has these square stems. It has these tiny little purple flowers that are pollinated by ants mostly, and it'll get bigger. In a month or two, it'll turn brown, it'll go away, and then it'll come back in the spring. A common shrub that's blooming around now in Philadelphia is this one, Pyrrhus japonica. Honeybees can't reach the nectar and the pollen in here, but bumblebees and then some of the other little native bees seem to really, really love this plant. This is the biggest and most amazing of these magnolias that I have ever seen in Philadelphia. They're planted all over the place. They're planted by the Franklin Institute, on the Parkway there. They're very sort of beloved by Philadelphia. When it came from China, it's not a native tree. People in America loved it and planted it a lot. And it is at some important historic sites. It was a very popular tree the second it was introduced, and when it's in bloom like this, you can see why.